Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. One of the greatest challenges the Nigerian government had faced ever since democracy came on board had been always traceable to a group that came up with a demand and a need, and they were kind of abandoned. Nobody really cared about them. Today, that little serpent has turned out to be a huge dragon that is now bringing so much concern, sometimes not only to Nigeria, but to the entirety of Africa. We can start up with Boko Haram. When they came up, they were supposed to be dealt with and a lot of things corrected. If there was need for negotiation, it would have been carried out. Nobody cared about it. Today is one of the formidable forces when we talk about insurgency or terrorism, And the same thing with IPOB. When IPOB showed up, they complained of marginalization and the fact that they were not integrated into most of the government that were, operational then, talking about 2013. Today, they are one of the greatest and the strongest secessionist group Nigeria have ever seen. And fairly recently, someone came up in the person of Aspirant, Alhaji Aspirant, expressing, concern over a lot of things and formally announcing the Biafra customary government. And that Aspirant is not just anyone, he's a militant, former militant, and also the leader of the Nigerian Delta People Salvation Force. Came up with it, and all what we could hear from the from the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, was that he was just a joker, But right now, it's one who has so much experience, one of the northern politician, and also an elder statesman, had decided to come up to one federal government, and that's what we're going to be looking at in a jiffy. One federal government of ignoring Aspirant. It's good you hear what he had to tell the federal government and also the advice that is giving out to most of the secessionist group. But before we go into details of all that and other an analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we put videos up in our channel. According to the news, Alhaji Dakubo, who had announced himself as the leader of BCG, that's Biafra Customary Government, had also said provincial structure will be set up for the government, but the federal government, through the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, had reacted to the proclamation by describing it as a theater of the absurd by a joker seeking attention. Reacting to this development, Alhaji Tofa, in an exclusive interview on Sunday, said that Alhaji Aspirant may be considered as a joker by the unwise. What if his utterance is only an early stage in a larger plan? Threats to this country should not be taken as a joke. He said he wondered if the federal government would have maintained such a position if it had been someone from the north who said a fraction of what Dakubo said. The National Republican Convention presidential candidate in Nigerian June 12, 1993 presidential election, the result of which was annulled, also commented on the clamoring for zoning for the 2023 presidential election, opining that zoning was detrimental to the unity of the country. Tofa, in his words, said, and I quote, "It is the sign of backwardness to continue propagating a divisive presidency rather than the one that will serve all Nigerians equally and justly," adding that the blame for this backwardness was on the People's Democratic Party. He said, and I quote, the PDP started this foolish idea. They have damaged the political climate of this country while thinking it was for the best. Now it has become what may destroy this country if K is not taken. He also said there was nothing wrong with the idea of presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate of a party to be from the same religion, as was the case in 1993 when Chief MKO Abiola and Baba Gana Kingibe ran on the ticket of the Social Democratic Party SDP. Tofa, however, said, as lofty as that was, Nigeria is now too polarized for the Muslim or Christian ticket to be dead by any party. Now, listening to this calls for a lot of responses, and that's what we're going to be looking at of what Nigerians have to say. And this one say, you came live after Asari, Dakuba declared his customary government of Biafra, but was blind when Buhari was running a parochial, bigotry government of Fulani Muslim. It never occurred to you that the resultant effect will be disintegration, which is manifesting. But why is the not so uncomfortable with anything Biafra border had carried on as if they are not needed in the federation and should be discarded with? Sorry, the 1966 is not 2021. The seed of discord and disintegration is sowed, and we are waiting for the emergence of the different nations that make up Nigeria. That's one of the responses from a Nigerian. This one says, I thought that Tofa was long dead and forgotten. Someone should tell me that his Fulani people, his Fulani people are working, have been saying much worse thing, and nothing had happened to them. And I want to say, is there a big threat to Nigeria existing than Buhari nepotism? Why do guys assume that every other person is not thinking well? Well, by our own hand, the North has become so diminished that very soon what we may see, we may not believe. Another person here says, and don't forget, Mr. Man, the more a thief steals and escape, the more careless he becomes. Every day is for the thief, one day is for the owner. The time has come for the Almighty God to free us from this country called Nigeria. Another one here says, Alhaji Tofa appeared to be preaching meritocracy. What has he to say about mediocrity in Buhari one-sided appointment? Are they serving the interests of all Nigerians equally and justly? This one says, face the monster in your region. Face before you talk. These people are defending their God-given land and the lives of their people. The lives of their people matters to them. All right, now looking at what he has said, many people understand it from a different perspective, but I feel also that just like he had said, it's not ideal for you to joke with something like that, but to get to know the reason why the person has decided also to come up with, his own new stand. Don't forget that what has made this whole issue to be this wonderful had been negligence. That's the word. Negligence on the part of the government to sit on a round table whenever this kind of thing comes, or sit on a round table with the people who are concerned and negotiate this issue out before it would transform to something unthinkable. But right now, for me, I feel that it's rather very late. The only thing is just that we have to do all it takes to see how we can restore peace to the nation. But with the way things are going, if the government does not wake up speedily to call these people to a round table and discuss issue, very soon Nigeria will find Nigeria being broken into many pieces, which I don't know how good that will be. I like to